my goodness, what a
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Pleasure's all mine. It's lovely to meet so many people, and also that intro, as I wrote down in the chat section, you got my blood pumping with that video. I'm in a part of the world right now which is 10:35 p.m. So this is kind of like my nighttime, but I think that intro was certainly needed. So thank you for that. And again, John, thank you for having me here to get an opportunity to meet so many wonderful people, and people that are looking to ambitious realtors that are looking to grow their business and sort of like learn new things and impact their own business with trending topics like YouTube as well. So once again, I'll do a little intro of myself in a few seconds, but as Jeff said, my name is Sabby BG. I've been helping John and many other EXP agents with a done-for-you YouTube and online video project. We can talk about that on a separate call if anybody's interested in this. But before I start, I'd like to ask you guys, sort of like have a quick conversation. I'd like to ask you guys, who all here is already doing any kind of video content? If you are, maybe just put yes in the chat section, or you can raise hands, or you can speak out, whatever way you prefer. Okay, so I see a lot of people that are already doing video. So we have a lot of content creators already here. Awesome, thank you. Angie says yes. Tyler's saying yes. Ryan's doing it. Christine's doing it as well. I think Ali wants to do more videos as compared to what she's doing right now. Kim is not doing as much. Hopefully, this presentation and some tips and tricks that I'm going to share with you guys, hopefully this helps you guys. For those of you that are not comfortable doing video, don't know where to start, I think this will give you a good jump start. For those of you that are already doing it, hopefully you can learn something from this session on how to fine-tune your video strategy so that you can grow faster. I see Derek's doing a lot of content on Facebook, which is great. I will be talking a lot about repurposing your content for maximum exposure as well. And I see some new messages appearing. I see Joe is doing it sometimes. Now that's great as well, because I'm also going to be talking about consistency and how do you automate your video content strategy. That can include either you doing it yourself, or you hiring sort of like an in-house team, or you can outsource it to somebody like myself or any other video marketing agency that is doing it as well. But that's great. I see Steve just getting started, 2 loading this week. That's amazing. Tamiko is an intent to scale widely. Cool. That's amazing. OGs no. And then there's I think there's a sad face. So hopefully we can make it a happy face next time we meet OG, so that you can say, yes, I'm doing it, and you're happy with that too. Cynthia is saying, yes, I'm okay. Great answers, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wanna ask a quick question as well before my last question, before I move on. For those of you that are already doing video, or even for those of you that want to start doing content, video content, what is your biggest challenge right now? Please put down again in the chat section so I get an idea of what is sort of like the overlying challenge that most of you guys are facing, so that I can hit more on that as compared to maybe, the second or the third or the fourth biggest challenge. So if you'd like to put that, that'll be great. Jordan is saying, Angie's saying consistency. Okay, Jordan is saying content. I'm guessing, Jordan, you mean what videos, what topics to make videos about. Um, Kaylin is saying, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Kaylin, you're saying actually having time to film. Amazing. That's a great that's something I hear all the time. And I'd like to talk about how video does not take time to create, but it makes time for you in the long run. And I think I'd like to help you with that concept. So we'll talk about that. Kim is saying, hearing myself talk. Kim, I swear to God, I was exactly like that. I never thought I'll become, I even to date, when I listen to my own videos, I'm like, Jesus, why am I doing this? And I just told myself one thing. I'm like, I don't care like what I think about myself. I'm just going to keep creating content. And I didn't even know how I've gained 326,000 subscribers on one of my channels and 100 million plus views. I just don't know. I'm sometimes like, who's these 100 million people that ended up watching me? And again, it's not just the 100 million views or the 300,000 subscribers. YouTube or making videos allowed me to quit my job. Now, again, I'm not saying, this will allow you to stop being realtors. I think this should complement what you're doing so you can grow faster, or else John and Jeff are not going to like me if everybody here, stops being a realtor and starts being a YouTuber next very soon. But the whole idea is I was doing something that I was not very passionate about, and I started making videos, and I learned a lot. I spent a lot of time in learning. I spent almost my first 3 years, my channel had 100 subs. And I thank God every morning. I swear to God, I wake up and I'm like, I'm so thankful that I didn't give up. It's just because I was enjoying it. I was making videos here and there. There was no strategy. I was just posting Zoom calls, or I would just, well, actually, sorry, there was no Zoom at that point. I was just posting like vlogs of my travel. There was just no strategy. I had no idea on who my target avatar is. So this thing that you just said, Kaylin, here, Kim, hearing myself talk, I hope by the end of this presentation, I will make many of you believe that even though you may not like hearing yourself, even in 5 years from now, the objective is not for you to like yourself. The objective is for you to help others and build your own tribe, because your viewers don't care about what you think about your voice or how you look. Your viewers care about their problems, and they care about if you're the person that's helping them with that problem. And talk about how do you make that connection. The community, so I think it's Jeff writing quality versus quantity. It's an unfortunate truth that YouTube, or as a matter of fact, any platform today, they do care about quality, but they care about quantity too. If it was just pure quality, we can make one great video every 6 months and have 1 million subscribers. And I'm not saying quality does not matter. It does matter. But at the same time, I think staying consistent is also a challenge for many people. And hopefully with this presentation, maybe I can give you some tips and tricks on how can you achieve consistency with your content creation process as well. Daniel is saying what to record. Okay, great, Daniel. We'll talk about that as well. Christine is saying knowing what to use to make videos, better to publish. Knowing what to use to make, yeah, absolutely. So equipment, how to make videos. Should I make videos outside? Should I make videos inside? We'll talk about that as well. And Christina is talking about editing. We'll talk about the fact that editing is one thing that if you are a real estate agent that has been, doing real estate for some time, and you are a time-starved realtor, editing is something that you should always look at outsourcing as one of your first things when you're thinking about what can I remove from my own content creation process and give it to somebody else, because you will end up noticing that it's not very expensive. And on top of that, you will find that a professional editor, in most cases, some of you may be great editors, but in most cases, an editor is doing a much better job than you in editing. And again, it's the most time-consuming process as well. So that's great. We'll talk about that. Steve is talking about speed, consistency, ease of editing. We'll talk about all of that. Angela is like topics, sure. Danielle is talking about finding time and not knowing how to do it. So absolutely, we'll cover that. Brian is talking about creating high quality and professional looking videos. Well, there's a company called Agent on Tube. You can reach out to them. They do a fantastic job in helping you do that. Just a little self-advertisement. I'm kidding. But anyways, yeah, we'll talk about that too. What do I do and making the time? Great. Topics are not the problem for Steve. That's great. Natasha is saying content and how long it takes me. So again, time. Attitudes Unlimited, Tech Challenged, the community video makes time for you in the long run. I think that's a comment. Yes, Jeff, absolutely. One of my videos is so funny. I was on my own analytics last week. One of my videos hit 10 million views, and that video was posted 4 years ago. For the first 2 years, that video had 5,000 views. It just got viral in my third year, and it got 4 million views. And this year, that video got me another 6 million something views. And I would also like to show John's YouTube channel has hit its first milestone as well, which is 1,000 views with a very small amount of videos and 50 subscribers as well. So I have a little screenshot of that as well. I don't know if John knows about that or not, but it's you know, for example, when we talk about John, his content is distributed on all platforms, and we'll talk about content repurpose today. But in long run, you'll notice, because YouTube is a search engine, you'll start noticing that your videos are evergreen. And in many cases, your videos may not have any views for 4 weeks or 8 weeks, can be a year. As I said, some of my videos didn't do anything for a couple of years, and I have no idea how, but they started ranking. And I know one thing, that I applied a lot of best practices in them. And I'm guessing that those are the things worked. And when I work with my clients as well, it's about, we really don't have control on how many views can we get them, or how many clients we can get from those videos. What's really in our control, unless we run paid ads, what's really in our control is to make sure that we implement all the best strategies to make sure that your videos are ranking. People are enjoying your videos. People are taking action on your videos. So that's great. Ali's talking about, I'm really great at making excuses, content looking decent, edit. So Ali, that's still my excuses. I just push through those things. And there's other things that I should be working on that I don't, where I think I'm making excuses as well. So we all have areas where we are thriving and areas where we are not thriving, where we need that push. I had 2 subscribers a month ago, and today I'm at 54. Yeah, last I checked, John, a few hours ago, you were at 50. I think a couple of your videos have just picked up. So I think it's gaining some subscribers. The community, John, your viewers care about their problems. Awesome. So I think we've gone through most of the challenges here, which are sort of like a lot of people are repeating. I mean, they're common challenges. So once again, guys, I'm going to actually go ahead and share my screen. If anybody has any question, I'm not sure, Jeff. Jeff, do you recommend we take questions while I'm going through a certain slide, or should we keep questions for the end? I'd like to do it the way you usually run this.
We'll keep an eye on the chat, and if somebody has something that's super relevant, we'll pepper it in right there. Otherwise, we'll just side table it and make sure we cover it at the end. I don't want anyone to feel left out for sure, but I also don't want to derail you every 5 seconds or anything like that.
Amazing. I may not be able to look at the chat section, so if you see, Jeff, something that's relevant to what I'm talking about, you can, if you'd like, you can bring up that question right away, or else we can house the questions for later.
That sounds great.
Guys, I'm going to, sorry, Jeff.
That sounds great.
Okay. Now I am not able to share my screen, Jeff. Can you give me the permission so I can go ahead and do that?
Just requested. I think you're on.
Okay. And guys, I'm going to be moving through these slides really quick. I have around 781 slides when I last looked at them. So I'm just kidding. There's around 40 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And no, so you cannot start screen sharing. It's still not. It's saying while the other person is sharing, you can't share. Looks like
go for it again. I see what the problem was. You're good.
Now I think we should be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And if you guys can please confirm with me if you guys can see my screen now.
We've got it.
Amazing. Okay, guys. So we're going to go through some of these things. We're going to talk about Rocket with Video as a real estate agent. 3 steps to automate lead gen and agent attraction forever with YouTube and online video. This is the agenda that I would like to go through today. We'll start with the purpose. We'll talk a little bit about why to do video. I think the why in anything is very important. I'm watching a lot of videos that John is creating as well, which is where he's talking about health. And I noticed one common theme, when I look at a lot of these videos that health coaches are making, they talk about what's your why? Why do you want to do it? So we'll talk a little bit about, unless you understand your why, I don't think You'll always find that making videos is a challenge because of all the challenges that you guys actually put down in the chat section today. So we'll talk a little bit about why to make videos, what is the purpose. We'll talk a little bit about the process, as in the how, like how to actually then make videos. How I've divided the entire content creation process in 3 steps, so you can properly identify each and every step and decide for yourself which one of these steps you'd like to outsource, which one of these steps you'd like to have more control of. So we'll go in depth into the process, and then we'll keep some time for Q&A in the end. Before I move ahead, again, Jeff has already given an epic introduction about myself, but really, really quick. I have a channel called, it's kind of like a vlog sort of channel. I'm not a real estate agent per se. I somehow got into it because I started a meetup group 3 years ago when pandemic started, and that meetup group, it was called Global YouTubers Meetup, and a lot of realtors started showing up. And I asked them why, and they were like, well, we can't meet people now, we have to do a lot of the work on Zoom. Plus, if we're in people's business, we need to be on video. We see other realtors doing it, and this is how I started the business. But again, this is my channel. It used to be called the Sabby BG Show. I've now changed it in the last 6 years, fourth to the 5th time, and it's all based on a strategy. Now my channel is called Slice of Sabby. So if anybody's interested in watching my videos where I travel the world, you can type Sabby BG on Google or Slice of Sabby on YouTube. My channel will pop up. I have around 325,000 subscribers. My channel has 100 million plus views. I've been making content for 6+ years, and really I've been able to grow really fast in the last 2 to 3 years because of how I've understood YouTube and other online video platforms work. I've helped thousands of other people start their journey on YouTube as well and video as well. I speak at a lot of events. I speak at real estate conferences. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to speak at the EXP shareholders event last year, but I got COVID, my 2nd time getting COVID, so I couldn't attend. And I plan to attend the upcoming one in Orlando. I've spoken many times at YouTube Space in Toronto. I remember I was speaking at the YouTube Space in LA exactly when we first time heard the word COVID, and Justin Trudeau said, so I'm from Canada. This is when Justin Trudeau said, okay, guys, come back. All Canadians need to come back. And literally I had to leave that YouTube Space event in LA midway. I also run the world's largest YouTube meetup group, which is called Republic of Creators. This is my way of giving back to the community, young kids and people that want to understand how YouTube works. And as a business owner, our specialty is we have a done-for-you YouTube and online video project for EXP agents. We understand EXP ecosystem really, really well. And again, I can help really anybody and everybody, and not just real estate agents. I have some non-EXP agents or non-realtor agents non-real estate agents as well, who are mindset coaches and whatnot, and they're doing really well too. But I think EXP agents have an added advantage of doing video, which is agent attraction. So that's why we as a company really decided to exclusively work for EXP agents. So for any of you that's not with EXP yet, I'm just saying, I'm guessing all of you are, but if not, I think even though I'm not a realtor, I work with so many of these guys. I think it's a great, great, great model. But anyways, let's move ahead. Let's talk about the why, guys. Why to do video? And I think Gary Vaynerchuk, for those that have heard of Gary, by the way, I'd like you guys to just put in the chat section, yes, if you guys know Gary. I just want to know how popular Gary is in the real estate community. So if anybody knows Gary, please put down okay, so I guess Gary Vaynerchuk is pretty pop, the OG, you're right, absolutely. So seems like he's pretty well known. As he said, rightly said, video marketing is now just marketing, right? These are not my words. This is some real estate agents that work with me. Their words are, a real estate agent or a business without video is like a headless chicken walking. It's like if you're not branding yourself and you're in people's business, when people can only see your website or a billboard or a flyer, how do they really know who you are? Like, how do they know who Jason really is, or how Steve, what Steve does on his weekends? I mean, how do they know if John is just about helping real estate with coaching, or is he a bot, or is he a real person as well? And I think video is a great way for you to engage with your community, obviously build awareness to thousands of people, but then also nurture your existing your prospects, friends, and families as well. We truly believe video marketing is now just marketing. The most important reason I think that you should be doing YouTube videos or videos in general, it's where the eyeballs are. Why would you be marketing on a platform or radio or TV? I'm not saying those are bad avenues. I'm just saying that YouTube has really become the place where we all go to make any kind of searches. Do I turn on radio when I have a question in mind, when I have a problem? Or do I go on TV and start searching on a TV? No, I go on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I don't even go on Google anymore. I want to see a video about a problem. Every time I'm actually looking for my second house in Toronto, and I see myself making all kind of video searches on YouTube about different cities, about market updates. I see myself as a massive consumer of real estate agents making video content about what I'm interested in. And when we talk about YouTube and TV, as of 2022, YouTube have over 2.1 billion monthly active users and over 1 billion hours of daily viewership. Now, I know these are just vanity metrics. I mean, it doesn't really relate to your business, but I'm just showing you some stats. While television viewership continues to decline. The fact is, guys, as I mentioned, and you can do that on your YouTube for individual cities. Put whatever city you are in, put the name of the city and put real estate in front of it, housing, or let's say if you are in Vancouver, is Vancouver a good city? Vancouver versus this, Vancouver real estate. You will see the top real estate agents coming with their video ideas have thousands of views, like so many views that you can possibly not reach out to that many people by yourself. We'll talk about that in a second as well, how this is attraction marketing rather than the views means quite a lot more than somebody watching you on TV. But if you go on YouTube, you will notice that buyers and sellers, investors, other real estate agents that are trying to get better in real estate, they're searching for all kinds of content on YouTube already. Your goal specifically on YouTube is just to appear as a search result and help them solve the problem or the challenge or the question that they're asking on YouTube. This is how you attract leads or awareness forever. As I mentioned, you will notice if you type what I just said on your own YouTube page, you will notice some of the videos that appear are not even made. They're made 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So whosoever that individual or that real estate agent is, made that video once 2 years ago, but still has an opportunity to be seen by new viewers searching for that problem on YouTube. And that's what I mean by forever. I also want to talk about Google versus YouTube. When we make YouTube videos, let's say for our clients, we also publish the video on Google My Business, your Google My Business accounts, so that when somebody searches for you on Google, your YouTube channel appears first. Your videos start popping up. So even somebody searching for you on Google or a topic, Vancouver versus Toronto, or is Arizona a safe city to, is Phoenix a safe city to live in? Whatever they're searching for. If you have a video about that and you have on your Google My Business, you're even giving your video a good opportunity to come appear as a Google result. But the fact is, if I look at even Google versus YouTube, Plano, Texas, again, I have just one example here, has 90,000 average monthly searches on Google. And if we look at YouTube, 834,000 searches for exactly the same topic. So ideally, you should be making videos for YouTube, because clearly you're making a video, you're not just making it for Google. Publish it on Google My Business so that we can rank for the extra 90,000 views as well. But this starts to tell you that people are actually going on YouTube more than just making those searches on Google. When we talk about agent attraction, if I just type eXp Realty, YouTube is going to tell you what people are searching. eXp Realty for new agents, eXp Realty reviews, eXp Realty explained, model, revenue share, eXp Realty pyramid scheme. I'm pretty sure many of you that are with eXp, you may remember actually typing that search term to know if eXp is a pyramid scheme. Is eXp a scam? There's all kinds of topics that come up, both positive and negative. And this will tell you, YouTube is already telling you the top 10 searches people. If I just type eXp model, it'll give me 10 more searches around eXp model. So it'll start with eXp model and it'll say eXp model and then 10 more searches, which has the first two words as eXp model. So you can really find out what people are searching. And this again relates to how do you make videos that you're able to rank high on YouTube. But again, I want to also show you this. This is a tool that we use, TubeBuddy. Many of you guys may already know what TubeBuddy is, but I have never seen, at least with the things that I work in, I've not seen this much search volume for anything else. When I type EXP, 1.74 million monthly searches for the word EXP. This is the reason why these guys are growing really fast. There are 90,000 agents. And I'm probably sure like many of these agents made thousands of searches themselves before joining EXP on YouTube. Plus, there's many other people that are also that are interested to join EXP are making these searches as well. But there's 1.74 monthly searches on EXP. If you look at the top 3 search results, when you type EXP Realty, now these are not my clients, by the way, the rest of the slides will all be my clients, but I want to show you the top 3 guys who are doing phenomenal with agent attraction. Like I'm sure many of you guys who are with EXP know these guys. One is Mike Sherrard, Kyle Handy, Eric Preston. These are big channels that started quite early. Now, it does not mean that it should demotivate you to start now. But again, there's obviously, they are an early adopter advantage and they're doing a really good job and they've been consistent for years. This one video that Mike made had 31,000 views. Who are these 31,000 views? Like, I'm pretty sure this is not a 15-year-old kid that likes to watch, I don't even know the new singers anymore. But anyways, somebody new. They're not interested in watching EXP Realty Reviews 2021. Surprised and disappointed. I'm sure this video called EXP Realty Explained is not somebody that was trying to watch a snowboarding video and ended up watching this. This is probably a real estate agent interested in knowing about EXP or was typing this. 51,000 views, and I'm talking about one video. And this screenshot I took like, I don't know, a year ago. If I go to the same video, I'm pretty sure the same videos of Mike Sherrard may have 80,000 views. Kyle, maybe it was at 51,000, like, I don't know, a year ago. Now this video may be at 70, 80, 100,000. I don't know. I haven't done that search recently. I should actually update this. Eric has 26,000 views. And again, Mike has done hundreds of videos. So you can imagine how much awareness they're able to get at what cost? $0. Let's move on to the next part. Now, if you guys understand this is key. So yes, you are searching as a search result. You are harnessing the power of people searching for something and you appearing search result. But also understand this, that somebody searching for something on YouTube and you appearing as a search result and them watching you is showing their intent in watching that content versus interruption. I'll take an example of this. Imagine here, this is Josh or John or whatever you want to call, let's say Michael. Michael is watching TV and Michael sees on TV a cat food ad. Michael doesn't even have a cat. Or let's say even Michael is watching YouTube here and Michael sees on YouTube an ad that pops up. For those of you that have the free version of YouTube, you probably see ads all the time. Many of those ads, now YouTube does a good job in identifying who you are and start showing you ads that, like, my YouTube ads are full of selling courses, entrepreneurship, all that kind of stuff, right? And weight loss as well. I have no idea why, because I have a 6-pack already. But anyways, I am not interested in watching that stuff. I mean, yes, on YouTube, yes, they've gotten very good in showing ads. But if I'm watching TV, if I'm seeing a billboard, if I see an ad behind a bus or a car going with the real estate agent's name, I am not, like, it's interrupting me from what I'm doing. I'm not in the market. I'm not saying that those are disadvantages. Many real estate agents have crushed it using the traditional ways of marketing, door knocking. When you're door knocking, your pamphlet, you're distributing flyers. You're basically giving them. You're knocking on everybody's doors and hoping that some of them will have the intent to buy or sell their home. And imagine on the right hand side is Gina, and Gina goes on YouTube because her cat is sick. and she wants to get, or she just wants to take care of her cat. She got a new cat. She's going on YouTube and she starts to search for great cat food. Now, this is what I'm trying to explain to you here by this is that when you make videos on YouTube and somebody watches your video, it's because they wanted to watch that video and they want to get that information. I'll take some examples here. This is a client of mine from Texas. You will see this is a 10-minute long video. The 10-minute long video has an average view duration of 44%. You can see a lot of viewers came in, and this is very typical. A lot of viewers will come in. A lot of them will drop out for whatever reason, half of them. But if 90% of them drop out, that means the video was not relevant, or you didn't give them a hook, or you didn't tell them what the video is about, or if many things. But obviously, given that you make the videos right way, how can you make somebody watch a 10-minute long video on an average for 5 minutes? It's because they have the intent to know Houston market prediction. It's because they were going online and searching for something like, is Houston a good place to buy a house? Is Houston a safe city? Well, should I buy or sell my house in Houston? Whatever they were searching for. 44% average duration. And this is very typical across all of my clients as well, or many of you guys that'll do YouTube videos as well. Now, this is a client of mine, Will. He's making a video which is called, this is a video called Pro Level Open House Tricks You Must Know. Obviously, he's targeting agent attraction with this, with his brand. So this is a 6-minute long video and 63% audience retention. That means you can take it two ways. Either all of the people that watch the video on an average watch the video for 63.6%, or on an average 63.6% of the people watch the video till the end. Doesn't matter. But what it means is you can see that we gave a hook in the beginning, or whatever that hook Will gave here, but then people kind of like stayed and very less people dropped. Why? Because it's probably a real estate agent who was searching for, how do I do better open houses? Like, how do I ace open houses? And suddenly Will's video appeared talking about pro level open house tricks. So this is the difference between intent and interruption. This video didn't appear for somebody that was watching a TV ad and Will talked about, hey, do you want to know about pro level house opener? Sometimes when I'm watching YouTube, and I'm sure like you can relate to it, an ad comes and you're like, oh, Jesus, I can't even skip it. You have to wait for 5 seconds. You cannot even tolerate the 5 seconds the ad is playing for. 5 seconds. I'm looking at, oh my God, where's the skip? And sometimes YouTube has gotten a little wonky and it doesn't let you skip the ad. Like, it's called non-skippable ads and they run for 15, 20 seconds. I'm like, oh, and that's why I've got the premium version of YouTube, because I can't like tolerate those ads. They're just not relevant to me. Sometimes I watch them to see what kind of ads are running because I'm in this business. So I have like a channel that I have premium subscription for. Usually with premium subscription of YouTube, you can download stuff. And when I'm out for my walk or run or jog or driving, whatever, I can listen to the recorded video. So I like that feature. Or else I'd actually like to see who's advertising on YouTube, what are they doing, because it gives me a lot of ideas. I want to also share, let's not go very far. Let's I do apologize to John in advance because I didn't ask him for his permission, but this is John's brand new channel, by the way. And if you just look at John's channel, and please subscribe to John's channel if you haven't. The link, I think Jeff posted his channel link over there. He's hit 54 now, so let's get him to 100 tonight if possible. There's 40 of us here. It's a very new channel. It's just been, I think, 7, 8, 10 videos. There's a new achievement, which is 1,000 views 6 days ago. More of your videos are being looked at more often. Whosoever is helping you, John, they're doing a great job. Of course, you have a great presentation, you have a great personality too, but I think it's a great, I'm just kidding, but you've got a great presentation. I think your videos are really epic, and I'll actually share one of your videos very, very soon when I start talking about short videos, because I think you have a really, really good personality there. The way you're presenting is really good too. But if you look at this video, his videos have been watched for 14.9 hours, 15 hours. Altogether, if I combine his videos, probably it's not even 30 to 40 minutes. If I just combine the minutes of all the videos, he's got some shorts, some long videos, maybe 30, 40, 50 minutes. But within a few weeks or maybe a month, the channel already has 15 hours of watch time. And if I wish I could have shown his audience retention, but it's a very new channel, so I don't have the audience retention. It'll appear like in the next few weeks. But 15 hours of watch time, you can see that there's 999, almost 1,000% more views than the previous 28 days. But again, I don't think John really had a consistent sort of channel. So, but it's growing really rapidly. And I just can't imagine we will be together in 6 months from now. Let's actually move ahead. And this is what I mean by this. Start attracting, stop selling. Instead of you reaching out to people and asking them, hey, are you looking to buy or sell your home? Are you looking at joining EXP? Are you trying to do this? Are you trying to, move to Phoenix? Let people reach out to you and say, hey, by the way, Steve, I watched your video. Jeff, I saw your content and you were talking about moving to Austin. And hey, I'm interested. Or let them book the call with you from your call to action, which is a meeting book link, or download a lead magnet and allow them to tell you who they are and what their intent is. I'm seeing a lot of questions here. Not the question, I think. Okay. So I see, okay, this is just all people subscribing to John. So that's great. These are just some comments from John's videos. From videos of my client. I was watching John's video today as well, and there's a couple of comments on one of John's latest video on great topic. This is thank you for the video. I don't know if that is somebody that John knows or not, but if not, John, you should reply to that comment. But again, this will just happen more and more. If you look at some of these comments, I have a client whose name is John Tobleris. He said, just talk to this guy and we're meeting tomorrow. He's been watching my YouTube videos. And this was the message. I've sent you an email to schedule a phone call. I asked John, do you mean, which is a common friend? He's like, no, it's a prospect. He's been watching my videos. Somebody's telling, and this is more towards agent attraction, by the way. I mean, I have tons and tons of other examples I can show on residential or buyers, videos that are related to buyers and sellers. But if you look at this, Daniel made a video called First Month as a Realtor. Somebody called Trippy2X said, amazing tips, look forward to this industry. One of my clients made a video called Things to Know Before Joining EXP. Somebody commented, David, Ricky, it's so informative, friendly, and so dreamy. I really don't know what that means, what he means by that. But I'm hoping Ricky responded to that comment and asked him, what does he mean by dreamy? One of the guys, mostly Mo, said to Brian, hi, Brian, can we speak on a Zoom call? I want to discuss this in detail, which was about EXP revenue share. Somebody responded to Harriet saying, my brokerage gives full training. How does it work at EXP? I mean, you're just responding to comments. And these are, again, most of these guys were very, very new agents doing YouTube videos. The whole idea here, guys, is simply respond to warm and grateful leads. The interesting thing here is with video, especially with YouTube, because this is where you're finding new people getting to know you because they were searching for something. Your clients literally walked themselves through the entire sales process. They were in a need to get help around a certain topic. They go on YouTube, they make the search, they watch your video, they take the action on whatever your call to action is, whether it's booking a meeting link or it's downloading a lead magnet. So they're already a part of the process. Aditya Kumar Soma here says now he's got a big channel. He's got 30,000 subscribers now, by the way. He told me in a podcast that I recorded with him, people stop me to take pictures. He lives in a city called Windsor, where there's around 400,000 people. And this podcast, I interviewed with him when he had 8,000 subs. Now he's got 30,000 subs. People take my autographs. He did over 100 transactions just from his YouTube channel in 2020. Mid-2020 to mid-2021, sorry. Gain that celebrity effect. They say when somebody watches you for more than 3 hours, they have this parasol effect where people start to think that they know and like and trust you already. And you haven't spent a single second. You're in people's business, show your personality, look like an expert, build instant credibility, and stop getting rejected. Many of you guys, whether you agree or not, we don't like to get rejected. I mean, there's so many, and that's why a lot of people don't like to door knock or cold call. Many people will be like, okay, I'm going to put money on billboard. I'm going to put money on flyers. I'm going to do Facebook ads, whatever that is. And the reason a lot of people don't like to cold call or knock on the doors is because, they face a lot of rejection. I'm not sure about this fact, but they say 80% of the real estate agents fail in their first years because they don't have a thick skin, and they somehow in the beginning state of their business, they're not able to they don't enjoy doing the prospecting part of the business that a lot of people need to do, or a lot of people are told that they need to do. I want to ask everybody a question, guys. So that was another reason, as I mentioned, which is intent versus interruption. I want to ask everybody, please put down in the chat section, what is your most valuable asset? I'm going to wait for people to write down in the chat section. Please put down, what do you think? So EXP Indie Office time, Steve says my voice. So Steve, maybe we'll have you sing a song a little later, if that's okay, if I think you're proud of your voice. My time, relatability, okay. My smile and the energy, time. My drive to help others, okay. So I see that a lot of people here are talking about time. Of course, money is an important commodity, energy, health, all these things are a very valuable commodity. But as people say, time is one of the most important commodities. You cannot buy it. You cannot go back and get it. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's limited. It's finite. And a lot of people in the beginning here said, I don't have time to make videos. I do want to address this. Yes, it takes time to make videos. It takes time to get healthy. It takes time to get a six-pack. It takes time to do anything that you have been wanting. It takes time to become a marathon runner. Everything takes time. So it's a common fact. It's just that if you've read that book, Atomic Habits, it talks about how small action, daily action, results in a massive massive outcome. It's because you don't even understand the effect that the compounding, you don't even understand the impact of the compounding effect of you doing those small things every day. If you make one video daily, I'm not saying make one video daily, but if you do, now that's 365 versions of you in the universe doing the work for you. This is a client of mine. I'm just again taking an example. In the last 28 days, his channel has 3,000 views. And sorry, that's in the last 48 hours. But in the last 28 days, he did 45,000 views on his channel and 4,600 hours of watch time across his videos. Now, he's got around 130 videos. So I'm not saying that he only has 5 videos. He's been doing it for a little over a year. All previously recorded videos are still being found and seen. Now, his channel is working 150 plus hours a day and on weekends and holidays too for him. If you divide 4,600 hours by 28, comes out to be around 165. You're just enjoying, but a version of you is prospecting and just finding people that are finding you with an intent. So you're not even wasting a single second in being seen by somebody who's not really looking at something that you've made a video about. Let's talk about John again. 40 seconds John made, and I know John was pretty ecstatic about this short video when we published. This was his very first video. John, am I wrong? This was your very first short video, right? That did 380 views in one day or something like that?
Yeah, that was our first short, yeah.
I think now we've done 3 shorts, but this one short was 40 seconds. It took John to record 40 seconds, maybe a few takes here and there, but it's a 40-second video. It's a short video. It already in a few weeks has 2 hours and 30 minutes of watch time. 2 hours and 30 minutes. 40 seconds to record. It has already yielded in a few weeks 8,680 seconds of watch time. That's 21,600% rate of return for his time already. And then he's got long videos as well. Again, I don't know the audience watch time, but we'll know that a 6-minute long video is now being watched, let's say 500 times. That's already like 3,000% of rate of return of your time. So YouTube is an excellent source for you to have, for you to leverage compounding time and have a magnificent rate of return for your time. You just record it once, you put it on YouTube the right way with a good thumbnail, with a good SEO, with by making good content, which is giving valuable content, by having some other best practices implemented and whatnot, and you'll start noticing that the video will start giving you a very good rate of return for your time. Another reason I think video is great is because it's very low competition, and it'll probably stay like that for the next 5-6 years. A lot of realtors are jumping on doing videos. There's 400 new real estate channels that start daily. This is as per YouTube. Now, it does not mean that these are all real estate agents. It can be a marketing agency like me as well. Like when we're choosing the industry, we're choosing real estate. But I'm guessing a good 300 of them are real estate agents, at least. But still less than 1% of realtors have any video presence, and less than 0.1% have any proper video strategy. I'm helping so many clients who are targeting smaller cities, like they're not selling in LA or Phoenix, where you are competing with only 5 to 10 realtors that are doing good on YouTube. Small cities, like literally my clients dominate the search results on YouTube because they're the only one doing videos. And I can show you some examples as well, but it's a very, very unsaturated platform right now. You can also use your videos in your signature. It's the best digital asset you can leverage. If you see, this is one of my clients, John. He's got a whole in his signature, it says free real estate training videos to increase your sales. Click here now. This is his signature. Like there's an HTML image, which also says subscribe to my channel. Now, subconsciously, he probably doesn't know when he's exchanging emails with a lot of people, they're seeing the signature and they're not even coming from YouTube, but they get to see and feel John through all of his YouTube videos just because he's communicating with them through outside of YouTube or any other platform just by exchanging emails. So it's a very good platform. It's a very good place for you to also nurture your leads that are coming from not YouTube, but other spaces. Let's say if you sell in San Francisco and your signature says market update for SF April 2023 or Feb 2023, and you're exchanging emails with a prospect right now, and they're seeing that in the signature, most probably they'll click on that. You may not even have to talk to them about watching your YouTube videos. Next time they'll talk to you, they'll be like, oh my God, Jason, I just saw like you've got 50 videos there about SF. Man, you know a lot about your city. That's awesome. So it'll nurture your leads as well. Use your videos to onboard and train. For those of you that are with EXP, I think this is, or not even with EXP, this is a great avenue for you to make a lot of videos. I have a client called Charla. She's making videos called Team Building with EXP Realty, a whole playlist of videos collected together that's helping people with team building. This is another guy called Daniel. He's talking about action plan for real estate agents in his team. So you can even use your videos to onboard and train your existing team members. And this will also help you as an avenue where when you're talking to new agents that are also looking at joining EXP, one of your value propositions could be your content repository, where you are showing that you know so much that you're willing to share. Who does not like get to paid to advertise? Now, this is, I don't want anybody to start YouTube for this reason, but at the same time, some of you should know that real estate is one of the highest niches in regards to CPM, which means companies that need to advertise on YouTube as a real estate channel or on real estate channels pay almost the highest premium prices. And you guys get 60% of that, and YouTube keeps 40% of that. Selling houses is one of the top 30 YouTube niches with highest CPM, almost number 3 after email marketing and insurance. So the ad revenue can range from $10 to, let's say, $50, $45. Christmas time, it goes up. Non-Christmas time, like January, February, ad revenues come down. So if you've got 1 million views on one of your videos, you can make some decent money on YouTube just by posting your videos. So now here's a platform that's making you money by posting content, but it's also helping you grow your business by getting you to be known by thousands of people organically. Document your life. I have so many clients or so many real estate agents or so many content creators are making videos because it's just something that, they're leaving a legacy. Like, I'm not saying, I don't want to talk about death, but I just mean to say, like, I'm so happy that I have so many videos that I've made If tomorrow I die, if somebody really wants to see who Sabby was, I've got 400 videos on my channel. I mean, it gives me some kind of satisfaction. I don't know how big of one of my biggest satisfactions last year, and I think John knows, when John and I first spoke, I was in Brazil. And John was telling me all about Brazil because I think John's been there. So I was in Brazil at that time. And one of my biggest regrets was that I haven't traveled that much, which I did last year. I traveled to almost 15 to 16 countries. And now I've gotten addicted to travel. So every 2 months on a Sunday, I just book my flights and I go somewhere and I'll be there for 2 months. And then I travel for 2 months. I don't know if you can see my screen. It's 11:24 p.m. Where I am. So clearly I'm in a different part of the world, but I can do my business from here too. It actually works better for me. I figured because I'm a night owl, so I don't mind working till 4 a.m. in the morning and sleeping till 3 p.m. It works perfect for me. But it's also a way to document your life. This is a client of mine on the right-hand side, Dave Costa. He makes a lot of jiu-jitsu videos with his daughters. And he was telling me once, I'm like, what a great way to just have memories of what I'm doing with my kids. And she pulls him down and then he gets up saying, this way real estate market is going to get up as well, or something he says. I don't remember the exact video. If nothing else, guys, if you're not doing it to grow your business or get thousands of views or become popular, sign autographs or making money, do it just to help people. Your videos will be seen by, when John's making videos about helping real estate agents with their health, wealth, and freedom, it has to help some people. If it can even help 10 people impact their lives in the next 1 year, obviously it's going to be way more than that. But that's a mission accomplished for John, that his content has impacted so many lives. So just do it to help. Obviously, he's going to get a lot of rewards from there as well. But when you're building your own tribe, you will see the results of that. As Gary Vaynerchuk says, jab, 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 punch, which is you give a lot of value for free, and then the universe starts giving you back. Just do it to help. There's so many other things that you guys can, advantages of doing videos. Videos are preferred for learning. Your emails, if you have a email, if you have what do you call that? Like a list, email list, your videos can go as a part of your email list every week. And YouTube will love that as well, because you're bringing a lot of outside traffic to your YouTube. It can be a part of your blogs on your website. It'll increase your organic traffic, increase conversions, and all that stuff. I'll take any questions on the purpose later, but because the session is about how do you automate your lead gen and your agent attraction using YouTube, I want to sort of help you guys understand how to jumpstart as well. But the whole idea of automating it, your agent attraction, is creating content, posting it on YouTube, and obviously repurpose it on different platforms. This is how you automate, and you have to do it consistently for some amount of time, which is not 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, at least a year. It's exactly like going to the gym. If you're expecting in 3 months you're going to lose 100 pounds by going to the gym, I mean, that's not going to happen, right? It's ideally, it should be something you want to do lifelong. And you can either do it yourself or you can outsource it to other people or a company like me. So we do all the heavy lifting. But the idea is it should be something that you should ideally do lifelong. It should be a part of your overall marketing mix for all the benefits that I mentioned. But let's talk about the how. The strategy with which you should be uploading your content. I have divided, guys, and if you guys want, please take screenshots. I'm also okay with sending Jeff you this a link to this presentation after this call.
That's
so
awesome,
you can
man.
actually go ahead and share it with people as well. As a matter of fact, why don't I actually do this? Anyone with this link? I don't want anybody to edit. So view, copy link. I've actually just posted it there. So anybody that wants it, now you have the link to the presentation. You can watch these slides later too. I've divided the process into 3 steps, guys. Just a quick time check, Jeff. How much time do I have more? 30 minutes?
We're rocking for 30 minutes more.
Okay, so I'll try to finish this in 15, and then I'll keep some time for Q&A. I've divided this process into 3 steps. Essentially, it's as easy as creating content and uploading. But I think a lot of people don't start because they don't know where to start and how to start. So I think this process is going to give you sort of like a process, like a strategy on when you're looking at these different things individually, what are the things you need to do? It's sort of like a guide. That was the word I was looking for. So the stage one is content creation, content distribution, and content management. That's how you should be as a content creator, should look at your content strategy. Stage one is content creation. Now, I want you to think it this way. Content creation starts with you thinking about a topic and you having a video in your hand that you can now distribute. That's the stage content creation. And this stage can be divided into 4 different stages, 4 different parts: topic selection, scripting, recording, and editing. Like obviously you're thinking about a topic, then you're writing something about the topic, or you're going free flow, doesn't matter. Then you're recording the video, and then you're editing the video. Somebody's editing the video or you're editing the video. I hope you're not editing your videos, please. Now, topic selection. When you're thinking about a topic, this is how you can start. I'm giving you some thinking points. Start with the questions that you are asked the most by your clients and your prospects, whether it's for agent attraction or it's for buyers and sellers or investors or mortgage related, whatever that is. That should be the first set of your questions, because now you have a video about that you can share with people that are asking you that. And you can be like, hey, here's the answer to this. You can say the answer on the phone, but you can be like, by the way, I made a detailed 10-minute video about that too. I'm going to share that with you, Josh. Go watch it. Not only you're exposing them to your $1 million looking YouTube channel and all the other videos, and they'll be like, oh my God, this is who Brian is. I mean, Brian Simmons is like this. Wow, I can't waste his time. Like, it gives you that perception. But most importantly, you're also you're giving them a detailed answer on that question as well. Look at competitor videos. Look at what some of your competitors are making. Look at high performing videos. I want to take a quick example here, by the way. So let's say, let's take a city name here. For example, let's say New Mexico. Somebody's searching for that. New Mexico real estate. I'm just taking an example. You click on search, and let's say you are in Albuquerque or you're in New Mexico, and you look at, okay, these are the videos. This guy has gotten 17,000 views on this video. This tells you a video about Albuquerque is already ranking. You can make a video with the same title. Watch this video as well. I'm not saying plagiarize it, but just, you can obviously use the same title or a similar video. What will happen is, if your thumbnail is better than all about Albuquerque guy, and your watch time is better than this guy, you will start ranking above this video in no time. And what will happen then is you're piggybacking on a video that's already working, and you're going to get recommended almost every time. And suddenly you'll start growing you will start getting a lot of views. This is an excellent strategy for you to come up with topic ideas as well. There's another thing you can do is use a tool called TubeBuddy. I'll show you a very quick example. So TubeBuddy is a free YouTube extension. It has a paid version, but many of you guys will never need the paid version. I've already installed. Once you install this Chrome extension, it comes like this. And over here, there's something called Keyword Explorer. You can come here and you can type, let's take a city name. I'll just take an example of Brian. Brian, can you tell me what city do you live in?
You could put Medford, Oregon.
Okay, so you're in Medford. Okay, so let's say Medford, Oregon. And I say, let's say real estate. I just press enter. This tool will tell you, now I'm going a little technical. I'm not saying you need to know all of this today, but look at this. There's 9,400 searches on YouTube every month with this word. But the score is 54, which is not that bad. The score is a calculation of the search volume versus competition. Actually, this is a good video to make, topic to make videos about. I'm going to take, let's say, Oregon, somewhere where I can show you the example. So if I type Oregon real estate or housing, let's do this. So look at all the searches YouTube is telling you, or TubeBuddy is telling you people are making. Oregon housing market. If I use that as my video title, let's look at the score. Probably it's going to be low. Actually, it's giving good scores. So Brian, I mean, if you've not made videos with these titles, you should, but it's actually giving me a good score. But look at this. Let's assume the score had come out to be 30, which basically means a lot of competition for the video. People have made it, but there's no search volume. On the right-hand side, TubeBuddy is giving me a lot of suggestions as well, which may have even a better score than this. So in this case, it may or may not, but I'm going to click on Oregon Housing Market 2023 or Portland, Oregon Housing Market. I'm going to click on that just to see what the score comes out to be or what TubeBuddy tells me. All my pages are going to die. No, I can't do that. So hopefully, I mean, it looks like my Chrome was about to crash. 62, a little bit better. Many times you'll find, let's type another city, Miami real estate, okay? If I do that, let's look at this for an example. 50, again, this is also very good. I should do maybe Orlando. I'm looking for something that'll show you a bad score so that you're not wasting your time making a video. Again, a very, very good score. But maybe I'll move on from this point. The point I'm trying to make is TubeBuddy on the right-hand side is giving me so many other topics as well that I can use to rank. All these topics will come on TubeBuddy. This is how you can come up with topics. When I talk about scripts, now that you've decided your 10 topics or 4 topics for the 4 next videos you want to do for this upcoming month, the next thing you want to do is either you're going to write a script or you're going to go free flow, whatever you want to do. But if you're writing a script or you're going free flow, doesn't matter. Use a method that's called the HICO method. I gave it this name. So you'll not find it anywhere else in case you're searching. HICO doesn't mean anything. HICO just means something that has a hook, content, which has an intro. So hook, intro, content, and outro. If you guys want, you can take a little screenshot of this, but this is sort of a video format. If you write your script in this way, you may notice that you have a higher audience retention than anything. A lot of realtors start their videos by saying, hi guys, my name is Linda, and I'm a real estate agent from Medford, Oregon, and I'm a great real estate agent. I have 10 years of experience in selling real estate, and my clients love me. And this video is about Medford, Oregon. Now, there's no hook. People don't care about Linda or Sabby or John. People care about, especially the ones that don't know you, they came there to look for the topic that they were interested in. You want to start with the hook. So you start the video by saying, if you've decided your video to be called Living in Houston, hey, or 5 best neighborhoods in Houston. You start the video by, hey, if you were looking to move to Houston and you want to know about the 5 best neighborhoods, this is the video for you to watch. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 neighborhoods in Houston. And then you can have a call to action. So you can say, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos, because I talk all about Houston. I'm the Houston guy. I'm the Houston dude or whatever. I'm the Houston expert. This channel is all about Houston. You're going to see so much conversions if you can become, if you can have a value proposition that's tied toward a specific niche. And then you start with the content where you start with your intro. My name is Linda. My name is Angie. My name is Pearl. My name is Sabby. I'm a great real estate agent. I do this. I'm with EXP. I'm with Remax. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about and repeat the targeted tag that you're trying to rank for again. Now, I'm going a little bit technical, but for example, this is a client of mine, Jeff. There's all the tags that we've done. So he's repeating another targeted tag in his speech. So you guys can figure this out a little later. This is not the key here. The key is, and give them a bonus in the end. If you're talking about 5 best neighborhoods in Houston, maybe start with, I'm going to tell you my 5th best neighborhood to my favorite one in the end. Suddenly you now hacking your people to watch your video the longest because you're giving the best option, the best answer in the end. So you give them a bonus in the end, or give them something in the end that makes them stay. Towards 70 to 80% of the content, and at that point you refer to a downloadable or booking link, a meeting link. And you'll notice that people start downloading your stuff, and right there you have warm leads, people showing to you, telling you that they had an intent, they searched for something, and now they downloaded something that was relevant to the video that you've made about, like a checklist or a market update, whatever that is. You can literally create like a half-page Google form, write 5 points, bullet points there. Like you're talking about 5 best neighborhoods, and you can be like, you want to know about the 5 best schools in these neighborhoods or 10 best schools? there's a downloadable, click on that and download. And basically it's a Google form to download, and now it tells you exactly who will download it. Now you call them, they're not going to say, I don't know you. They'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you, Angie. Like, I mean, I watch you all the time. You're like a superstar. It happens to so many of my clients. People are like, it has completely changed my perception. People are calling me saying, you have time to talk to me? And this is the same person that was getting rejected and hung up on phone calls. Now these people are just like, is it okay if I can call you because I have a house to sell? And they're like, hell yeah. Then you have an outro. Remember, on YouTube, the outro is only 20 seconds. Why? Because 20 seconds before the video ends, you can add these outro cards where you're pointing. You want to make sure, this is very important, you want to make sure that even if you don't know what the next topic is, at least say, if you like this video, click on this one to watch my next one. YouTube loves if you keep people on the platform. YouTube loves it if you keep people on the platform. So use these best practices. Going back to this, use the Heiko method, the hook, the intro, who you are, then the content piece, and then the outro. Batch write your content, right? If you're doing a weekly long video, take some time to write down your script. To be honest, guys, there's Chat GPT today. There's Jasper.ai. If you don't have the time to write scripts, go to Jasper.ai. Now there's free version Chat GPT. Put whatever you want to put. You'll get such amazing scripts that I sometimes feel bad for copywriters, because I don't know what's going to happen to them in the next couple of years. I mean, somehow they have to evolve in a way that they work together with these AI tools. But you can have an excuse, because you think about a topic, you put it in Jasper.ai or ChatGPT, and boom, you have the whole script. Just arrange it in the format I said. Hire a script writer if you can do that. When you're recording, again, batch record your once you have the script, record them in 2 hours and you're done for the whole month. Take thumbnail images. I want to show you something as goofy as it may look, but in the beginning, maybe one day, take a lot of images like this if you can. So take a lot of these images, like this is Dave Costa saluting. I have a lot of, I think, images from John as well. I would not want to show here those images. John may hate me for that, but everybody does this photo shoot. Do a little cell phone photo shoot. He's doing 2, 3, 4, 5. So if somebody else is designing your thumbnails, you can just send them all this at once and they can just take this and design your thumbnails. Or even if you're doing it, saves you so much time. You do it once in the beginning of the year and you have basically your thumbnails forever. So record your thumbnails, do a little photo shoot before you even start recording. Don't fall for analysis paralysis, guys. I mean, really, people don't care. And your first video may look shitty, but first, nobody cares. And secondly, it's not about the perfection. It's about the process. The fifth one will not look bad. You can use a teleprompter or a Zoom method. Now, this is something very interesting where sometimes people are a little scared to talk to the camera. So what you can do is you can move a little bit on the side and have somebody ask you a question. Most of you guys are very natural in answering questions if a real person is asking you, but when you have to do it for the camera, you get nervous. So do it. The camera's on the side. Ask maybe your son, daughter, sister, mom, dad to ask you that question, or your colleague, and you're just answering, and you'll notice how many videos you can knock off very, very quickly. If you just want to read the script, upload the script on the cell phones. There's hundreds of teleprompter apps now. Just upload the script and read it. You don't have to memorize anything. Editing, outsource the editing part unless you really love to edit, but it's the lowest ROI thing you'll ever do. Use as many transitions as you can, because people don't have the time span to watch videos that are even more than like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I love long videos. They're SEO based. Every night I see myself, I don't want to admit it, but I see myself watching TikTok for like almost half an hour, like stupid TikTok stuff that has no relevance to my life, but I'd like to watch that before I sleep, and I'm going to watch some John. Maybe John needs to make a video about that because it's not healthy for me to do it. But my point is, Use transitions, because if you can make people watch when the time spans have gotten so little that people can't watch a 10-second video, you're making them watch a 9-minute video. But look at it, when there's intent, people will watch your video for 60% or 70% because it solves a problem for them. But use transitions to keep it engaging, and use licensed elements only. Just a word of caution for anybody. If you're ever working with people on Fiverr, Upwork, whatever, ask them, show me where you license my stuff from. When I work for my clients, every little thing that we use, like old man writing on a paper thinking, if we use any elements in your videos or anything like that, every element that I use in my videos, my client videos, is attached to a certain client's project or video. I've had people that came to me after losing a channel of 5,000 subscribers or getting sued for thousands of dollars because their editor didn't care about where he was pulling in the music from. So just something that I wanted to make sure you guys understand as a value point. Ask your editors, if you're outsourcing it, show me where you're using the license elements from. So this is content creation. Select the topics, script them or free flow, whatever, record them, edit. Now comes the content distribution phase. This is where you do repurposing your content and SEO and branded thumbnails and description. I'm going to go a little quick through this because this is all kind of like common sense. But when we talk about repurposing content, for my own clients, I sort of use, we have our own social automation tool. Just like all my clients here on the left-hand side, what I do is I will connect their Twitter, their LinkedIn, their Google My Business, their Facebook, and their Instagrams, their YouTube, Pinterest to this tool, and I can repurpose the content. The problem with many people is that they don't have the time to do this. So use tools like this, use tools like Buffer or Hootsuite or these tools to automate, to repurpose your content. Your long form content can go on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, GMB. Your short form content can go on TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. You can even strip off the audio from your videos, long videos, and start sort of like a podcasting presence. This, I think all my windows have really crashed, but I'll show you a very, very quick example. Let's just say here, this is Will Mansoor. So I'll very quickly show you like his podcast. If I open his Spotify, all we're doing is we're stripping off the audio from the video. Now, Will's now doing a proper podcast, but many of my clients don't have the time to do it. So we'll just start like a podcasting presence as well. Literally just stripping off the audio from the long videos, adding a little radio music. And that's just an extra branding element for you. I'm not saying this will give you millions of views, but it's just a part of your overall branding, your brand. SEO. SEO is again using TubeBuddy. I will not do a session on TubeBuddy today, but use TubeBuddy or vidIQ. Use only tags that have a score of 60 and above. Look at how this score is calculated based on low competition versus high search, and use your tags in scripting and your description as well. So I'll show you like one of the scripts that we did for a client. Let's say this one, Keith, he's a sustainability expert with EXP. So this is the scripts we're writing, and all these bold words here are the tags that we came up with, which have a good score for these topics. So the scripts is something we're giving to him so he can edit them or read them. But again, embed those tags in your script and the description of the videos as well. And suddenly you will start noticing that's an additional best practice that YouTube is noticing. Branded thumbnails, guys, this is the most important thing. If you're uploading your Zoom calls or your videos without any thumbnail and you're thinking they'll perform, in most cases, you're wrong. And the reason is, if nobody's clicking on your video, doesn't matter how good of a video yours is. You want to aim for at least 5% click-through rate, at least 5% click-through rate. It's an analytic that you will know when you post videos with thumbnails. You should see what your click-through rate is. If it's less than 5%, if it's 1%, 2%, you really got to work on your thumbnail. You can use Canva or outsource it. Honestly speaking, again, this is something as a real estate agent you should outsource. It's not expensive. Somebody else can do it for you. But have a consistent look and feel on your channel. Again, we've just started making videos for John. I'm going to play one John's video as well because it's only 30 seconds. But allow me to play this video really quick. And then I'll show you how somebody, when comes on John's channel, the kind of look and feel that somebody gets from a channel which is only a month old. Let's play this video, John.
Yeah, well, one of my friends says you can't outspend stupid, is one thing. And the other is, so this idea is the more money you make, the more problems you have, and where does that time work if you don't know how to do it? And the more money you make, the more you're going to spend, because that's our culture. Is it, oh, I deserve this. Also what happens is people are working all the time, and they're working all these hours, so they feel like I deserve this fancier, well, I'm driving more, so I need a fancier car. I'm doing this, or I need to show off. And so I think that gets in the way. But really that number is for most people, if you can't figure out how to solve your money problems at 150 to 175,000 a year, it isn't going to be easier on 250, and it won't be easier on 400, because you haven't adopted the habits to understand how to manage that money and make it work for you.
I have that problem, John. So that video was helpful for me. But if somebody comes from that video to John's channel, you see this look and feel on John's banner. The same consistency is on all his platforms, the same brand. These are his shorts. And then below this, sorry, I have to go to the homepage. This is where his first 3 videos are. So you'll see kind of like a consistent look and feel, on the thumbnails and the brand as well. So again, it's a channel in the making. So you're not seeing like a full-fledged 6 videos in every playlist sort of stuff, but you want to have that, the thumbnails, which have sort of like a consistent look and feel. You want to target for above 5% CTR, use Canva, A/B testing with TubeBuddy as well. Again, I can't go into the details of that today, but you can actually upload using TubeBuddy 2 thumbnails. They keep changing the thumbnails every day. And after 14 days, it'll give you which one performed better. And if you keep doing those A/B testing, especially for videos that are performing really well, it can mean a difference of a 4% click-through rate versus an 11% click-through rate. And the big benefit of that is not that you'll get an extra 6% clicks. It's that YouTube is noticing, oh my God, 11% click-through rate. I got to recommend this to 1 million more people. And the video will go viral. That's the advantage of having good click-through rate. Write down your description, include your call to action in the description, include all of your socials, include the tags that you get from TubeBuddy. So when you do use TubeBuddy and you get these video SEO tags, if you're doing it or an SEO guy is doing it, all these tags should be embedded in your video description as well. It will help your video rank even higher. Just don't add them like that. Write a little story and try to include as many tags. I know these all things look complicated, guys, right now, but I'm trying to go a little bit advanced here as well for those of you that are creating content, so you can really start ranking #1 in your cities. It's not that hard. It's just that you need to know how to do it. So this is all about content distribution, repurpose your content, do SEO, branded thumbnails, and description. Content management, again, I don't think you really need to worry about it, but it's important, which is manage your content scheduling. If you're not doing it yourself, if you have a VA or somebody, this is for example, how we, manage content for our clients. A long video is a long video, a short video is a short video. This is what Angela decided as video topics. This is where we did the SEO. She recorded the video here. And then once she recorded the video, we basically take over from there. We design the thumbnail and we upload the videos on all these different platforms and we put dates next to it. So then Angela can look at, okay, what the content schedule looks like. Look into if you're in a central time, 11 a.m. Central usually is a good time for you to publish. Whatever state or time zone you are in, ideally it's 11. Saturday is a good day to publish as well, because a lot of people are actually watching videos. If you're publishing a video on a Wednesday afternoon at 2 or 3, chances are, if you're targeting real estate agents, people are busy. If you're targeting buyers and sellers, they're probably in the office. Publish it literally an hour before when you think people will be most available. And every platform, almost every platform tells you when that time is, especially after you post 8 to 10 videos. Once we're done with John, working with John for 3 months, we can look into his platform and we'll get a very concise data points on what different platforms are saying on when to publish, so we can keep pivoting. Have a dream team, have an editor. These are the 5 guys you need. Whether you use one person for it or you do it, you need an editor, you need a thumbnail designer, you need an SEO guy, you need somebody to upload the videos. But most importantly, you need one person to kind of like be the project manager for that. Now, I know that this looks like a lot of people, but this is what a dream team should look like. That you have different people, different experts doing different things. But even if you're working with 4 different people on Fiverr, assign somebody, maybe hire a VA if you're able to manage those 4 people. Otherwise, they'll all be just taking your time. You'll be talking to the editor saying, where's the video? SEO, where's the SEO? Giving it to the uploading guy. Uploading guy saying, oh, I'm delayed because of you. So you're just center point of contact. When it comes to analytics, keep looking at your views, your downloads, your engagement, audience retention, your audience watch time. The three most important analytics that you should look at is CTR, audience retention, and audience watch time. And to my clients, we do weekly mentorship. We were taking a little break. We're going to start doing it. But for now, if you guys would like, I'm going to include a link to our Facebook group. By the way, this is our Facebook group. I'm just going to add a link to that in the chat. So if anybody wants to join our Facebook group, please go ahead. The link is right there as well. With that, I think, even though Jeff told me it should be finished in an hour, I've only taken 24 extra minutes. But I really hope this was beneficial. To sum it up, this is what we do. I'm not going to take a lot of time on self-advertisement, but usually in less than 3 hours in a month, I help my clients build a celebrity-type personal branding by creating impactful videos that are targeting specific prospects, which we distribute on 20 platforms, increasing your visibility to 2000x, and automating your lead gen. And it's a done-for-you process where everything is done by my team except for you recording the videos. That's the only thing we don't, at some point, maybe we can use AI is coming. We can now add faces and faces can speak. But till the time that technology gets really better, I think we'll have to get you guys to record videos. If anybody's interested, I'll put a link to my my meeting link there as well. With that, Jeff, John, I'm done. Please, I would welcome any questions.
Dude, what an awesome presentation and what great content. Thank you so much. Sabby BG, everybody. Like, that is absolutely out of control. So let's pepper in a couple questions, because since we do have got a few minutes here, and I know there's got to be people like, I wish I could ask this question. You've got a couple minutes with a true expert here. I hope you're going to go check out his content, check out his website, book a meeting if that makes sense for you and your business where you are right now. But also take advantage of this time. What kind of a question do you have right now if you're here on the call? And thanks, Sabby. I see that he went ahead and put his meeting link here in the thread as well. Make sure that you get that there and make sure that it doesn't die. Sabby, what kind of questions does anyone have? Brian Simmons.
Yeah. So thanks, Sabby. That was awesome stuff. I love it. And I've been doing a lot of YouTube stuff and trying to get content out there and everything. And one of my biggest kind of questions that I've come up with and struggle with is being in like a smaller market, making content that's either like focused on our market specifically, or more like broad content about like 5 tips to maximize the value of your home or whatever. Like, so kind of the more like far reaching content versus the more localized content. And just was curious if you had any thoughts on that.
See, I'd like to, Brian, ask you a little bit more in really figuring out what's right for you based on your goals. But at a high level, I think before you start making generic content, like, rule your target city. If you're in a small city, like I onboarded a client from a city called Leduc, which is in Alberta. He's competing with 0 people. Like, I know it's a town of 50,000 people, and I know how easy it will be for me to rank him. I have a client who's in Burlington. Like, his channel gets recommended as a search result when somebody searches for Burlington, Ontario. I mean, you can really dominate Google and YouTube searches if you start making a lot of localized content. And then once that happens, you can go a little broader too. You can make vlogs as well. You can make trending reels as well. But I think definitely try to dominate your region by making a lot of localized content. 100% do that.
Okay. And then would you do that by focusing on like the specific city names or region, or like if we're in Southern Oregon, do sometimes people call it Southern Oregon, sometimes they call it Rogue Valley, or it's Medford or Grants Pass, or, do you just do kind of a variety, or how do you prefer?
I'll show you an example. Actually, I'll show you by typing this. You guys can see my screen. If I type living in Burlington, and you'll notice what happened. Allow it a second here. So you can see the second guy here is a client of mine. Like, his channel appears as a search result. This is his video. This is his video. He's competing with maybe 1 or 2 people. This guy, Daniel Hale, who's his buddy, who's also doing a good job. Many of the other videos, North Carolina, start showing up, which is not even Burlington, Ontario. And literally, then he is again appearing in a couple of more videos at the bottom. But if I go to answer a question, if I show you his channel, this is his channel. There's all this whole playlist about moving to Hamilton, moving to Burlington, moving to Oakville. So these are different cities in his region, and by making different videos, several videos about a certain city and collecting them in a playlist, you're doing two things. One, you're telling YouTube that if somebody searches for Hamilton or Medford, you don't have just a video, you have a whole playlist of video that can appear as a search result. But on top of that, you now have a playlist that you can, if you meet somebody from Medford, you can just be like, hey, I'm going to send you like a little playlist of all things Medford that I'll send to you. Now through your text, you can just send them a whole link to that playlist. So it really serves a lot of advantages if you go make a lot of videos for those small regions or towns, and then collect them together and make a playlist out of it as well. Does that answer your question, Brian?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
I have a question from Christina saying, what is the difference between writing a video description and embedding on YouTube? Don't really understand that, Christina. What do you mean by that? If you're still here, if you can help me understand what that means. Embedding on YouTube means. Okay, maybe she's not here. Anybody else has any questions? I don't see any hands raised. So I think the presentation was really good.
That must be it. And we just lost your audio there, Sabby. But I agree. It stopped right after. I think the presentation was really good, and I couldn't agree more. So it's awesome. Man.
Hey, can I add some comments maybe?
There's John. I was wondering where you were, bro.
So one of the things, guys, is that when I've done some videos, some of you have seen them. And when I got started, it was always like, oh, I got to memorize this whole thing, or I got to read this whole, how do I memorize or read a 5-minute or a 7-minute script? And it was so overwhelming that it just scared me. And then one of the things that I realize now with working with Sabby is like, we'll do a lot of things where it's like, okay, here's the 5 things. Well, all I have to do is remember the one thing. And I do that, or I have a script for that. And a lot of it you're going to already know. You don't, once you get comfortable. And I do the one thing, and then I'm done. It only took 30 seconds or a minute. Then I stop. That's one clip. Now I review my notes again for clip 2, and I do clip 2, and I'm done. So yesterday I did one on,
you were on
I think 5 ways to get stock at EXP. All I had to do was remember, okay, the one, when you're a new agent, you do your first deal, you get $200 worth of stock. It's that simple. It's da-da-da. And I was done. There's a clip. I upload it. The editor puts it all together, puts the transition. So what had been holding me back for a long time, because I was like, how do I do all this, really proved to be much simpler than I expected, and getting much more. And I started with scripts. Now it's pretty much just bullet points. And I know what I'm going to go through. And just the key now is to look at the camera versus looking at myself on the screen.
And there's a whole advantage of doing short videos versus long. See, the long videos, so I've met some people that start working with me and they were just doing shorts, which is great that you were doing something. The disadvantage of you not doing long videos is because the long videos are the ones that appear as a search result. They're the search-worthy videos. They're the videos that basically are run for 5 to 8 minutes, which is the optimal length for a long video that people will find and watch to actually get help. If you're just helping them with 5, but the short videos are great for awareness. Right now, there's a big fight, a war between YouTube and Instagram Reels with TikTok because they want to take traffic away. So if you are somebody that's posting as consistent as how John is or anybody else is, you're going to start noticing that you're going to get a very high traction vanity metrics really quickly, because it's in the platform's best interest to promote you right now, because they're all competing with TikTok and vice versa. So shorts are good for increasing your subscribers and views, and the long videos are really good for conversion. So they both have their own advantages. Eddie, sorry, you have your hand raised. Do you have any question?
Yeah, I was just curious about somebody having multiple YouTube channels. Or, for instance, like with us, we could choose to attract agents and do videos that were related to real estate agents versus doing, videos about contracts and buying houses and stuff like that. Or do you combine both of those videos on the same channel?
Well, you can do whatever you want, Eddie. You can even do like a boat riding channel, a fishing channel, EXP related channel, buying, selling. The point is, if your audience is not same, you're doing an injustice to your channel, because if you make 5 videos about how you're so happy with EXP, or let's say if John's making videos about helping realtors, but suddenly he starts posting the next 10 videos about buying and selling in Oregon. Now the real estate agent who became a part of John's tribe because of what John's helping him with or her with is not interested in watching videos about Medford, Oregon. What happens with that is that you're untraining the algorithm into thinking, you're training the algorithm into thinking that, okay, this person X that watched the 3 videos didn't watch the next 5 videos. So that means the next set of videos John makes about that topic are not going to get recommended to Mr. or Miss X again. So ideally, I'm getting in the, if somebody's really adamant and they're like, I want to do both videos on the same channel, I'm like, sure, if that's what you want. But I always recommend that your videos can be on the same platform and all the other platforms, but on YouTube and TikTok, let's have 2 separate channels. If you're committed to doing this long term, at some point you'll have 100 videos on both the channels, agent attraction and your buyers, sellers, or investors. So these 2 ideally should be different because the audience is different.
Thank you.
Okay, we got time for one more, and I think we've got the EXP Indie office here. They've got a question. Let's get them in, and then we'll wrap up for the day. This is awesome, Sabby. Obviously, you've hit a great point for us today. This is really fun, man.
Hey there, thank you for everything. It's been amazing. We just had questions on what do you use for a platform as far as apps to do your recording?
I really could not. What platforms do I use for recording?
Yes.
Like iMovie, or do you use a particular app to edit and to create the video?
So see, I have 7 editors. I mean, I'm sure they all use their own, whatever they're comfortable with. I have an editor uses, so definitely not iMovie. I'm 100% sure. Like my editors are using apps like, what's the Final Cut Pro, like the really top tier sort of apps. But when you ask me, because I'm such a bad editor, and that's why I stopped editing my videos like years ago, I use Filmora. Like I'm a very novice. Like that's why you cannot make me edit a video if you give me $1 million. Well, if you give me $1 million, maybe I'll edit. But I cannot edit. So no, I don't use iMovie and stuff for myself. Like if I'm sometimes doing my own little thing, Filmora, because it's easy peasy. Now CapCut has a Windows version as well. I think I may download. I was thinking about downloading that, but my editors, they're professionals, so they use Final Cut Pro and all these big apps. And there's one on Apple as well, which is a much higher tier than iMovie. I forgot the name. It's the Apple specific editing app. They use that, right? So
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Jeff, I want to wrap something up, and I want to add something for everybody. And guys, something that Sabby said in there is that we're looking for long-term. And I'm always talking to everybody on the group that most people are very short-term oriented. They want instant results for their workouts. They want instant results for their investments. They want instant results to get clients. And we're always talking about great things take time. And the idea is to do things over time that keep creating for you. We talk about why to buy investment properties. It doesn't seem like very much in the beginning because you're only making $200 a month. But then all of a sudden, when you've got $200,000 or $300,000 in equity and you're making $1,000 a month, 5 years later, people say you got lucky. Same thing with weight goals. How does it take time over time? They say you got lucky. It took time. Sabby's saying the same thing. It takes your learning curve. You're learning a few things differently, but you're investing once, and over time, it builds momentum and makes it easier for you. And thank you for bringing that up so much, Sabby, because this is what I remember you. It's nerve-wracking. It's challenging. It's a change. And you're going to screw them up in the beginning. It doesn't matter. And when you listen to Sabby, what I love is like, I got 1 million views on this 5 years ago, and then nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, we got 6 million in a year. What would that be like for you guys that all of a sudden you're building something and 2 years later, it starts working? So just think about farming, guys. We door knock. The problem is it doesn't pay us next year. We run Google ads. It rarely pays us next year. This, if you keep building and you get better at it, as Brian's been learning on and been getting better and better. I know you've gotten some clients now, Brian, right? And he's just still now figuring it out. And I know he was nerve-wracked a year ago, weren't you, Brian? I mean, it's not his thing to be talking on camera. I know that. So I just want to come back on this. Thank you, Sabby, for what you brought. Thank you for helping me. And I want to just encourage everybody. Video and social media is the future of real estate. The agents that dominate social media and video over the next 15 years, especially next 5, are going to dominate real estate. So if you want to get on it and be there, you've got to do it. It's not a choice now. It's not an option. It is a must. And when are you going I'm beating my table, guys. Can you hear this? It's a must. I'm so passionate about it for all of us as agents, all of you guys as agents. Get started, build the channel. You know, your screen, the channel doesn't have to be perfect. You can change it as you go. You can get better at it. Just get it done and start and figure out how to do it. That's all I have to say. Sorry. I'm just passionate about this, guys. I'm passionate for you guys. I'm passionate for you to do more deals and build a simpler life. I want you guys down here in freaking Cabo with me. Okay?
Oh, my goodness.
It's all doable.
Well, Sabby, I know Sabby had one more thing he wanted to mention here at the end. And John, I have to say again, thank you, brother, for bringing in such an amazing, like you keep lining up just top tier talent. It's clear what kind of a leader you are and why you're having so much success. Sabby, what you got? And then I'm going to play us out.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody that stayed for the whole 90 minutes for this presentation. Hopefully this was even though many of you may not start right away, I think this was a good sort of like a jump start for you guys to understand where to start, how to start. And again, as you know, John was saying, everybody should do it, but many of you still may struggle with where and how. You have a great opportunity with people like myself. Again, I'm not advertising what I do, but I'm so proud of what I'm able to impact people with. Any of you wants to meet with me to discuss your existing social media strategy, again, I've put a link to book a call with me. I already see many of you have already done that. So go ahead and do that in case you're interested. But I'd like to do an existing social media audit of where you are. Unless you're not doing anything, that's fine as well. And I'd like to help you understand where we can be in 3 months and 6 months. And I'll also talk about our done for you service. So if those of you that still are struggling with, oh, I don't know if I can really do it. Yeah, it's great to start. Allow me to help you with this and help you understand how we can partner up and help you with with literally everything except for you just recording once a month. Once again, thank you very much. If you have any questions, email me, connect with me on the Facebook group link I sent or book a meeting with me. But what a wonderful set of people. And I hope I have impacted a few people today. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks, Sabby, man. Let's hang out soon. All right, people. You heard it here first. Go book your call with Sabby BG. We'll also we're going to put this on YouTube. As it turns out, we'll put that link down in the description so everybody can check that out. Sabby, thanks again for your time, man. Amazing. Good stuff. All right, folks, have a good day.